find sonar screens which will help you see what lies beneath the water. As we progress, you can see how the depth of the water changes, and you may even see strange shapes move across the screens. These are normally fish swimming below us, but you never know when you might see a shape which cannot be explained. Enjoy your cruise, marvel at the surrounding natural beauty, and listen to our story. Loch Ness. Notice the very steep sides to the left and right. Loch Ness lies on a geological fault line, which essentially cuts Scotland into two halves. The Great Loch, as it is known, was flooded following the melting of Ice Age glaciers around 11,000 years ago, creating Loch Ness and several other lochs along the fault line. Loch Ness measures almost 23 miles, or 36 kilometres at its longest, and around 1 mile, or 1.6 kilometres wide. It is not the largest Scottish loch, nor the deepest. However, combining its length and depth, it holds the largest volume of fresh water in Great Britain. If you were to combine the water in all the lakes of England and Wales, Loch Ness would still have more. It holds an estimated 7.5 billion cubic metres of water. That's enough to fill 3 million Olympic-sized swimming pools. At its deepest point, Loch Ness is around 230 metres deep. That's twice the height of the Fourth Rail Bridge and deeper than much of the North Sea. Watch the sonar screens to see if you can discover where the deepest section lies.
Even hardy Scots will think twice before swimming in Loch Ness, as the loch remains at around 6 degrees Celsius, with only the surface water getting a little warmer in the summer. Having said this, in the winter, the water is often warmer than the air temperature. As the temperature remains fairly steady throughout the year, the loch does not freeze over.
If you look overboard, you may see that the water is very dark, almost brown. This is caused by the peat content of the surrounding soil. Once you travel beyond 30 metres in depth, the water is a dark abyss, with very poor visibility, making it a perfect hiding place for anything that wishes to remain unseen.
prospered. However, there is one species which has always managed to evade routine predators, tourists and scientists, and that is the Loch's most famous resident, Ness. Loch Ness by Jacobite takes its name from the Jacobites, those who believed the lawful kings of Scotland were James VII and II and his descendants, who had been ousted from the British throne during the 1689 rebellion. James belonged to the Stuart dynasty, who had ruled Scotland since the 14th century and England since the early 17th century. The chief of the Grants, who held Hertford Castle, was not a Jacobite, and he and his 200 men held out until the Jacobite rising was defeated in 1690. On leaving the castle in 1692, the soldiers blew outside the buildings to ensure it was never taken by the enemy again. The castle was never rebuilt. In 1715, a great storm brought down the great tower, leaving the ruins you see today.
The story of the Jacobites did not end there. They fought throughout the 18th century to restore the Stuarts to the throne, and much of their support came from the Highlands. Prince Charles Edward Stuart led the last Jacobite rebellion in 1745. He was known as Bonnie Prince Charlie, thanks to his boyish good looks and his way with the ladies. After some early battle successes, the Jacobite army returned to the Highlands and faced the government forces in New Ireland. In 1746. The bloody battle of Loch was the last to be fought on British soil and brought the Jacobite cause to an end.
During our journey, we have been travelling along the geological fault line of the Great Plain, which was created by continental drift around 410 million years ago and carved by mighty plastics into its current dramatic shape. It is not unusual to experience seismic activity in the Great Plain. Earthquakes happen on a fairly regular basis, although the activity is minor. In 1816, Inverness was shaken by, according to eyewitnesses, a smart shock of an earthquake, which threw down the chimney pots of many houses, twisted the old steeple, and set the bells a-ringing. The largest earthquake to date occurred in 1901. The Caledonian Canal was cracked close to the Loch, and a number of neighbouring buildings were damaged. Despite the low level of activity, nearby infrastructure has to be designed to withstand minor quakes. The Keswick Bridge, which crosses the Murray Firth, is seismic knowledge bridge to be designed. Earthquakes continue to be recorded all along the Great Plain to the present day.
time of St. Columba in the 6th century, stories have spread far and wide about the Loch Ness monster. Tales of kelpies or water spirits were common in Highland culture.
Many believe Nessie is one of the Ice Age relics left here by the retreating waters of the glacier thousands of years ago. Over the centuries, there have been reports of monster fish being washed up on shore or terrorising local fishermen. In 1932, a lady claimed to have seen a crocodile on the River Ness. Descriptions have varied. Some say Nessie is over 12 metres long, that she has a head shaped like a horse. Some say she could be an ancient species of sturgeon. Others that she lives in secret caves hidden underwater on the Loch sides.
The story took an intriguing turn in 1933, when the manageress of the Drumnadrochit Hotel claimed to see something in the loch resembling a whale. The local newspaper ran an article called Strange Spectacle on Loch Ness, in which the term Loch Ness Monster was first used. The legend was reborn, and soon there was a flurry of similar sightings, mainly of a plesiosaur-type animal with a long neck. The monster was nicknamed Nessie by the locals.
Media attention was growing, and soon everyone wanted to find Nessie. Even famous big game hunters, like the wonderfully named Marmaduke Weber, Sir Edward Munster. A wealthy insurance man even took a holiday in the area in 1934 and paid 20 unemployed men from Inverness to be watchers for the monster. There were no genuine monster sightings on this occasion.
Folks, this is Erbert Castle, stands on Strone Point, and this was the site of a picture settlement during the Dark Ages. There's also evidence of an earlier Celtic fortress dating back to the Iron Ages. Today we can see the remains of what was built during the 13th century. In 1275, the castle was extended by the powerful Canucks towards Badenoch. This made it both a fortress and a residence. During the Wars of Independence, it was garrisoned by Edward I in 1296. In the coming 400 years, fought over and held by the likes of Edward I, Robert the Bruce, David II, and the mighty MacDonald Lord of the Isles. Sadly, parts of it were blown up in 1692 by the departing garrison. This was to prevent any further occupation by the Jacobite forces in the future. Erbert Castle is now looked after by Historic Scotland. Now, in a moment or two, we'll head over to Argetty, and this is where the passengers with the Jacobite Temptation tour leave us. Now, you've got blue passes, do have those ready to hand into the queue as you leave, and you can go ashore at the front of the ship on the lower deck. That's the passengers with the Jacobite Temptation tour only. Everyone else on board is doing the round trip, so please do stay on board. Thank you.